Well, good oil pressure, cold. We'll see about hot. And obviously we've got to fix that squeak from one of the belts. I'm going to go and put some fuel in it. Great power. Shifts exceptionally well, as you just saw. The kickdown works for the automatic transmission. And this is what I do for a living. And this is what we have to do to get to the next step. At least we know the mechanicals are exceptional. Here's your long-awaited video. Your car is on the lift. We're gonna go through everything one by one. You know who's gonna help me? Antoine. Okay. Cosmetically, the car's quite nice, as you know, and it's going to polish up exceptionally nicely. And I don't think we really should do a whole hell of a lot other than wet sand and prepare the body as it is at the moment. There is a small scratch that you can't really see here. I think a lot of it will polish out, but it's not worth painting in my opinion. Here's another one for the cosmetics. We can touch that up and I think that'll be fine. On the exterior, these moldings, these rubber moldings are incorrect, or they've been painted over actually, and they're just brittle. I don't know if you'd like to replace those. The rear window seals are great, as are the front and rear windscreens and their moldings. Although I would recommend to seal this on the outside because it was common for them to leak and promote corrosion. As Antoine pointed out, we would also seal the rear glass around the molding. I would recommend to adjust the fuel doors and clean inside both of these housings and make sure that the drains are hooked up. This one needs the proper magnet because it's doing nothing. And this one, when it closes, does not open easily. Voila. Moving right along, we will clean up the boot compartment and put all the carpeting back the way it should be, and that will be that. Trunk springs should be replaced. If you would like this to be held up rather than fall on your head, those are easily done. And moving right along, all the chrome and the bright work is actually very, very good. Let's do the lights. Front. Left front, high and low is working. I would recommend replacing the lens cover for the signal. We can replace them with the European amber and white one. They're just MGB. They're cost effective, but this one is cracked, so it should be replaced. Driver's side, working properly. High beam. High beam is great. If you really want to see at night, we could replace the lights that are now sealed beam with H4s. That is a great upgrade because it is nice to see at night. Can you try the wipers, please? Wipers are working, that's great. Let's go with the lights. Brake lights, as you can see, the right side is out. Reverse light, the right side is out, left side is working. License plate lights, one is missing, the other one is dim, and someone has moved them on the rear valance. I would recommend taking the rear valance off, refinishing it, and putting the proper lights back in so that it is as per factory again. Left signal's working, right signal's working. Now we go to the front. The lens is missing for the bonnet light, which is only which will only work when the lights are on outside and at night. I don't know if you'd like to replace that. That is a DB4 light. It is glass. The engine compartment is going to be steam cleaned, and then we can give you our opinion from there, but I think it's going to be quite nice. I don't know if you want to detail stuff like the base of the brake reservoir. The brakes themselves are working well, other than they don't have enough vacuum, and at some point what it needs is the updated vacuum canister. But we have one that should be installed so you have power brakes, or as power as an Aston Martin ever was. I'd recommend new intake hoses. There is no AC belt, so we should put one of those on and see how the AC is. I would actually disconnect the air pumps and all of the plumbing that goes with it and convert it back to European, since it is essentially European, with European manifolds, although cast iron, not stainless. It doesn't have catalysts. It'll run that much better, and you don't need any of this stuff. I would also disconnect the rollover valve, which was only for US cars and which is an issue on occasion, because if it goes bad, it cuts off the fuel pumps and you'll be stranded. So, moving along. So as you can hear, your exhaust manifolds have cracks. The update would be to put stainless steel exhaust manifolds. The lower collector gaskets are blown out. So that's where we are on that. It does really run well. It's just going to need some sorting from here, and you're going to have an excellent V8 Aston. I would perform an automatic transmission service because the pan gasket is leaking. Horn is working. How about the... Both horns are working. Let's go with dash lights. Are they all working? No. I would recommend looking at your dash lights. You can shut the lights. The hazards they're working on the outside, but oh yes, they're working here. What else is there? The rear defrost. Lights up. Everything else is working there. The interior lights are working from the switch and the doors. The windows. Driver's side is good. Passenger side is a little slow. This glove box needs a tab, which is from a DBS, which we can supply and install. It is cheap. Your glove box light is actually working. You always have to make sure that you shut that off or it'll drain the battery. The interior otherwise is excellent. Just needs a good detailing and some hide footing. The handbrake is missing. The button is probably fallen in. The circlip is not there. We need to repair that and adjust it. Steering wheel cover in the center. Someone had something stuck on there, which is taking the color off of the leather. Should be dyed. Your remote door lock is working to lock it, but not unlock it, and that is the best they've ever gotten. I don't recommend doing anything with that. It's vacuum controlled. You're missing the lever handle for the choke, but you're not supposed to use the choke with Weber carburetors, so we should just disconnect that in total, because that's what they did in the day, and that's what I recommend. Moving right along, your clock is working. On the underside, as you can see on the front, you've got your new aluminum radiator that we've installed. It's pretty rare to have the cover under the engine, because most people took that off during servicing and threw it away. So that's kind of neat. Your European exhaust is intact from the downpipes. It is stainless steel. So once you replace the manifolds, you actually have an exceptional exhaust system to European spec, and it is correct Langford. There's no corrosion to speak of on the trunk floor. The front and rear brake pads are quite good. You do need new tires and the correct size. I would recommend putting 255/60s, which was Vantage size. They fill out the wheel wells a little bit and they're that much better. We should install these bungs, they're rubber ends, so that water doesn't fill up and corrode. If you'd like, we could take the rocker covers off, the sill covers off, so that we can check them, because now's the time, if it's going to be a keeper for quite some time and it's quite a nice car, you know, now's the time to service them. Your rocker sills are not good. This side has got some corrosion in the front, as you can see. So it is quite normal to have to do inner and or outer rocker sills, but I would take these off to check the structure. I remove these, which are the incorrect bungs for the correct ones. I don't know who stuck those in there, but they should be square. The suspension is totally blown out all over the place. So it definitely will need all bushings, but the shocks are good. It has a handling kit in it from Steel Wings, because the spring perches are adjustable. Springs should be good. Your front valance is broken. There should be a fiberglass piece that runs across. If you're not going to run a front plate, we could remove that bracket.
Trunk or the boot. Rotate it to lock now. Unlocked. Locked. Unfasten door. Locked. Unlocked.